Hey everybody, so today I want to talk to you a little bit about helping keep things warm but on a budget. So we have some items that we have on our property that we don't necessarily want to get frozen or to freeze or anything like that. And obviously the weather in Oklahoma does get, well into below freezing areas. We've already had it below freezing multiple times already this fall. So what my husband and I have done is we had this enclosed trailer. And it was not fully enclosed. So we actually bought this with literally just the framing. And my husband's uncle has a metal shop back in Florida, and he helped us with doing like the metal work because it was basically just the frame. We got a really good deal for it. We had to do the flooring and everything on it. But we used this to actually cart our animals from Florida to Oklahoma. So we specifically had these spots left open so that there was plenty of wind and fresh air for the animals. Our livestock anyways, our sheep. We brought our sheep up in this. And so now that it's getting colder, we do have the pieces to finish this off. But my husband was actually gone when it started dropping below freezing. So what I did is I took this black 4mm plastic and I literally just duct taped it to the outside of the trailer. And I think this is like maybe a 14-foot long trailer, maybe something like that. And so I just duct taped it, and as you can see, like I just taped the holes where the vents were up here. And then I did, now that it's not freezing anymore, I let some air, let it vent out some. But basically what we did is we enclosed the trailer, or I did, is enclose the trailer some and the rest of the way, and we put this heat lamp in here. So this heat lamp is connected to our camper, and at night when it gets below freezing, or we know it's going to be below freezing for a long period of time, we turn it on and it basically heats up the camper. Now obviously it is not airtight. It is not, you can see the light shining through the floor and stuff like that. But it is a lot warmer than what it would be if there was no heat, no nothing in this enclosed trailer. And we even do, if you can kind of see it here, we did, when we actually moved the animals here, my husband put this foam insulation in here because the wind would blow this roof like crazy and it'd make a really loud sound. And he didn't want the sheep to get too scared. So he actually pre-insulated this before we even came up to Oklahoma. Now, the plan for it for most of the time, or for making it a more permanent type trailer, is we are going to use the rest of the metal we have. We have sheets of metal like this that we're going to use to close off the rest of the trailer. So obviously that's going to be the first project that we're going to be working on to make this a more closed-in trailer. And then obviously filling in these gaps or these holes up here. And then basically what we do is we have the ramp here that we just close up at night, and then this becomes an enclosed trailer. So this is kind of the very makeshift project because right now we don't necessarily want to buy a shed and have monthly payments on it, and we don't really have the money right now to just go outright buy a shed. We figured we'd go ahead and make this kind of like a shed space for us because we're not going to be moving animals anytime soon. We're not going to be necessarily needing this trailer for anything anytime soon that we can think of, but we can use it to help store some of our boxes and totes and things we need here on the property, but not necessarily things that we want to be out in the elements. So we have the ability to keep them enclosed in this trailer and use it for whatever we may need. Obviously you can see our kids sometimes playing here as well too. Before we actually close this in with the black plastic, they may turn this into like their little play restaurant. So it's one of those things where you kind of can use what you have. The black plastic was very cheap and very easy to use, and it literally just went up real fast for me. I was able to do it by myself without my husband around and without my kids helping or anything like that. But obviously, ultimately, we do want to get the metal along the areas that it's not finished currently, because we do want a completely enclosed trailer. But just something to think about, guys. Think about what you have on your property. Think about, do you have anything like this, like a partially enclosed trailer that if you need to, you can just throw a heat lamp in it and have it heated up for a little bit. This could be even something like if you have like baby chicks or something, or if you have chicks or something like that, this kind of space can be used to help keep them warm in the winter as well. Just something to think about, different ways to use different things on your property that you may not necessarily be using for its intended purposes. Like this is intended to move our animals, but we don't need it right now for that purpose. So we're reusing it for something else. So we're repurposing it. But just wanted to share this with you guys because I was pretty happy with how it turned out overall. And I will say that it definitely kept warm. I mean, it wasn't, you know, like 80, 90 degrees or anything like that in here, but it was definitely, you know, probably I would say in the 50s or so when it was, you know, below freezing. So it held the heat very well. But just wanted to share this with you. If you do have any questions, definitely feel free to comment below and I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have. All right. Hope you all have a great day. Bye.